Good morning guys, it is Zach Plochet, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get started using Python's new super fast package manager UV as quickly as possible. That said, let's dive in. First, you're going to want to install it on your system, so if you just go to your browser and type in UV install, click on the first link you should see there, and find the command for your system. I'm on Windows, so I use the PowerShell command. If you're on macOS or Linux, you can use one of these, and it should work. Once you have that installed, which I already did, you can then just type in UV in whatever your terminal is. I use command line, and you should see the full list of commands. Now, once that's out of the way with the installation, then we can actually go ahead and start a new project. So I'm going to go here, create a new folder, call this UV test project. Open it up with your favorite code editor. I personally use Cursor. Once you have your code editor pulled up, you can open the terminal in this folder and then type in UV init like so, and that will give you some of these default files, which, just to go through them, is a git ignore. It did also create a git repository. If we look here, I just have it hidden on my VS Code. The Python version, main, basically just a sample script, a pyproject.toml file to manage your dependencies and just package information, or project information, I should say, and a blank README for basically whenever you want to document your project. So that said, let's get into some basics here. So to add a new package, we can run the following command, uv add. So we're going to say uv add requests and bs4 to start. And that's already done, so I'm not editing this video. This just happened in real time very quickly. So it installed two packages. We can see them right here. If you want to see, if you want to list out the ones that you actually installed, you can type in uv tree, and that will show you the dependency tree for your project. So here's bs4, here's requests, and let's actually use these. So import requests, that's for sending HTTP requests, and then beautiful soup is for actually parsing HTML and getting data from it. So I'm just going to say make a script to get h1 tag from zachplochet.com, h1 text, like that, bloop. And now that we have our script, so what you should see is, because we haven't technically created or linked our system up to a virtual environment yet, you should see squiggles. You should see basically these yellow lines here, little yellow squiggly lines, in order to say that, yeah, import request could not be resolved, because it's saying that it's not in our Python system. So if I say pip freeze here, all I see is these on my global Python environment, but we're using UV, so it doesn't know that we made this new virtual environment by default, at least typically in your code editor. If you want that to not be the case, on VS Code or Cursor, you can go to the bottom right here, and you should see just a Python version when you open your Python script. Go ahead and click this, and you should see a local recommended path. So it says /ven scripts python.exe or something similar on Mac. I'm not sure exactly the command, but it's there. So if you click that, you should see those squiggly lines go away, assuming that you actually did the add commands like I told you. So that's one thing. And once we have all of that set up, you can then run the following. And actually, that is an optional step, by the way, so you don't technically have to do that to run the script. You can just use this, uv run main.py, and that is the output of the script. So that's pretty much that. So to run your files, you just run it like this. Now, with that said, let me just show you sort of a speed example of how fast this actually works. So I'm going to run the following command, pip install pandas, and install pandas on my just global Python environment using pip. Gotta press enter. So it's installing. We're still waiting for it. Still installing. Still installing. And as you can see, it's taking a pretty long time. If we create a new terminal and then just type in UV add pandas, it's done. So that is an example of how fast UV actually is in order to get your projects going. And yeah, just wanted to show you that. Also, to remove something from UV, first we can see what we have. So UV tree, and then you just type in UV remove pandas. So that it uninstalls all of the dependencies for it, and also it removes it from this dependencies list here. Now, as far as the basics, that's pretty much it. If you want to use another Python version for your in your projects, so currently we are using Python version 3.13, but let's say we actually wanted to use another one. So let's go ahead and do the following. So we're going to say UV Python list, just to see what Python versions that they have. So I already have installed a lot of them, so 3.7, 9, 10, 12, like a bunch of them. So, and apparently there's even a 14. So if I say UV Python install 3.14, it will install that in order for me to be able to use it. So with that said, there's a few things we can do. So if we want to use that in our virtual environment for this project, we can say, let's see, UV venv, and then Python 3.13, I believe. Or, sorry, let's say 3.9. So first, if you run that and it gives you this error, that's just saying that, basically it's just saying that the virtual environment folder already exists. So in order to sort of get around that, you need to, one, stop using the current virtual environment that you are in. And then you need to actually delete this folder here. And then you can run it again. So UV venv -- Python 3. Let's say 9. And then it actually creates it. Oh, also, one thing you should probably do as well is if you're going to use a lower version, you need to change it in your TOML file as well. So here it was 3.13. I just changed it to 3.9. Like so. Next, we're going to say, well, actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure that worked. So once you do that, you should be able to then say UV sync, and it will install, wait a minute. Okay, so that's actually not right. Let's see. UV sync. So yeah, that's the wrong Python version. So we're actually using Python 3.9. And we want to sync it at that same version too. Yeah, so I think by default it uses whatever the pinned Python version is. That may not be 100% accurate, but if we say UV Python pin 3.9, and then we try that again, right, yeah, so that was pretty much it. And whenever you create a new virtual environment the way that I did, and then you type UV sync, that just installs everything into that new environment. So now we should be able to go back here, go to or match the virtual environment to our VS Code or Cursor Python interpreter, and that should work properly. So as far as the basics go and actually just getting started using it, that is pretty much it. We can go into packaging and stuff, but there's a few things there I don't quite understand yet. So this is just the very fast get started version of the video to show you how to get up and running. So that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it valuable, and if you have any feedback on how to do things better or improve in this particular sort of video, let me know in the comments. Or if you have any, thanks or whatever, also leave that there. Or not thanks. Leave everything. So that's it for the video. Thank you, and my name is Zach Fauché. I teach people how to code and other stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Boop. Peace.